Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you could play a song called Don't Forget Where You Belong by One Direction. And it starts out with this cool little guitar riff where you could play 3rd fret on the low E string, and we'd end up doing that 8 times, and then go to 2nd fret on the A string 4 times, and then 3rd fret on, or 3 times, and then we go to 3rd fret on the A string 5 times. So it's almost like a little 3 plus 5 thing on the last one. The 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So you got low E string with the 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and then the A string 1, 2, 3, and then the C note or the 3rd fret on the A string 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And the chord that would kind of back that up actually would start on a G major chord. And when we play G major, first finger goes to A on the 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the low E string on the 3rd fret, and the 3rd finger on the high E string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really happy. Now you might also want to think about putting the 3rd finger on the B string 3rd fret, pinky on the high E string 3rd fret, and that's another way you can kind of play your G major chord through the song. And then from the G, there's this cool hit to a G/B, where we got the A string on the 2nd fret that kind of comes out as the bass note on that chord. So it's really still a G chord, but you're using the A string B note in the bass, and we call it G/B. And then from there we go to a C major chord. When we play C major, first finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D string 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the A string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord. That sounds really, really happy. Now you might also want to think about using something called C major 9, where you do your first finger on the D string 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the A string 3rd fret, 3rd finger on the B string 3rd fret, and the pinky on the high E string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major 9. So we also want to kind of think about using that for your C hit. And you could kind of follow that lick actually with the downstrokes if you're kind of digging on that. Kind of A on the G or on the G, 4 on the G/B where you're trying to bring out that A string 2nd fret note, and then 5 on the C major 9. So you can do the G, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, G/B, C, G, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, G/B, C. And on our verse chorus, we end up doing that 3 times, and at the end, we kind of end up with a whole G and then a whole C at the end. So you may want to kind of play around with that with just downstrokes. But a lot of times, especially to support my voice, I like using something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So to the G and tried that a lot. You have down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So we tried that through the verse. The weird part is where those G's and C's half. So you may want to do just a down, down, up on those chords. So you have G, down, up, down, up, G, down, up, C, down, up, G, down, up, down, up, G, down, up, C, down, up, G, down, up, down, up, G, down, up, C, down, up, G, down, up, down, up, C, down, up, down, up. Or another way to kind of work it is to kind of half the G and the C with the strum pattern. And you can do that with kind of a down, down on the G, and then a up, down on the C, which would be a very hip way to do it. So you got G, down, up, down, G/B, down, C on the up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, now C on the up, down, G, down, down, G, down, now C on the down, G, down, down, C, down, down, and then from there, we'd be going into our chorus part. Chorus starts off that same way with the G and then the G/B C progression twice, but then we go to an E minor chord and we play E minor. First finger goes to the A on the 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the D string 2nd fret, 3rd, and if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord and it sounds really sad. Now you might also want to think about though adding in the 3rd finger on the B string 3rd, pinky on the high E string 3rd, and that sounds like E minor 7, so that might be kind of a cool thing to kind of use for your E minor chord. And then we go in back to the D, and then back to our C, or to a D major chord. And the way you play D major, first finger goes to the G on the 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the high E 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the B string 3rd fret, and if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D major chord and it sounds happy. And then from the D, then we go back to our C major chord at the end. So if you wanted to, you could use those downs through that too. That G, G/B, C, G/B, C, E minor, D, C, C. Or if you wanted to to strum through that, you work it with the G with the down, down, up, down, G, down, down, C, down, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, C, down, down, up, E minor, down, down, up, B, down, up, down, up, C, down, up, C, down, down, up. Or if you're kind of digging on halving that pattern with the G and the B, you can work that same way too. G, down, up, down, G, down, now C on the up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G on the down, now C on the up, down, up, E minor, down, down, up, B, down, down, up, C, down, up, C, down, up. So we want to find a way that works for you and kind of run with it. And then from there we go into a little piece of our intro and then back into our verse part. Now, one other thing I think about adding to the song, those bass notes, and a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, you can throw in a bass note for the chord. So the G, you'd have the low E for the bass, unless you're trying to do the G/B, and then you kind of bring out the A string instead. And then on your C, you'd have the A string for your bass, and on your D, you'd have the D for the bass, and on the E minor, we'd have the low E for the bass. So we tried that next verse with basses, we'd have G with low E bass down, down, G/B, C with an A bass, C with low E bass down, G/B, C, G/or G, G/B, C, G with low E bass, C with an A bass. Or you could kind of half that too and kind of keep that, bring out those basses and have G with low E bass, G/B, now C on the up, down, G with low E bass, G/B, down, C on the up, down, G with low E bass, G/B, C with A, and G, C. I want to kind of play around with that idea too. And then from there, then we'd be going into our chorus parts. So if we added basses to our chorus, we'd have G with low E bass, G/B, C, low E bass, G/B, C, low E bass, G with a D bass, C with an A bass, C with an A bass. And from there, then we'd be going into our bridge part. Our bridge starts on an A minor chord. When we play A minor, first finger goes to the B string on the first fret, second finger on the D string second fret, and third finger on the G string second fret. And if you strum all those together, it sounds an A minor chord that sounds really, really sad. Now you could also use something called A7 sus though, kind of thinking on those C major non-voicings, where you do the first finger on the D second fret, second finger on the G string second fret, third finger on the B string third fret, and the pinky on the high E string on the third fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds an A7 sus. You can kind of use that too. And the main thing through that part, we got our A minor, and then we got our G/B, so you kind of hear that bass line kind of moving up on the A string. And then we go to a C, and then we do a C for a little while, and then there's a little hit on a D chord. And if you wanted to with the downs, you kind of do 6 downs, and kind of save those last 2 for the D. And then we go to the E minor, D, C, C. Or if you wanted to do the down, down, up, and get in that C and D hit, you could work the C with an A bass, and then hit the D with the last down. So we trot that through the bridge. We'd have A minor with an A bass, down, up, down, G/B with an A bass, down, up, down, C with an A bass, down, up, down, C with an A bass, down, up, D with an down, up, E minor with a bass, down, up, down, D with an A bass, down, up, down, C with an A bass, down, up, down, C with an A bass, down, up, down, and then from there, we'd be going into our outro choruses. Now, if you know other strum patterns though through this, or that would work for the song, feel free to kind of take this lesson too and kind of embellish it in any way that you feel you can. The E minor, you'll feel the licks around the chords. We're kind of working hammer on licks into the chords. So you may want to kind of play around with it a little bit, kind of see what you can say with the song too. So it'd be kind of fun to kind of take things you learned from other songs, those chords, and kind of throw them in. of get some cool hits. You know, so you may want to kind of play around with some of the hits on the C. And at the very end, then we kind of go into kind of our intro idea or our verse idea, but we just do it with downs. So you want to kind of just break it down into kind of just that G, C, G, G, C, G, kind of the very, very end. But that's the basics of how you get strummed through Don't Forget Where You Belong by One Direction. So good luck!